Among some of the more cynical commentary that I've received on the videos I've made has been the accusation that I am a LARPer. I am just merely LARPing, which I understand to mean type of, live action role playing. And whatever role it is that I have been perceived as, I've earnestly made every effort to not go beyond my experience or my gnosis. Sometimes I do have a little fun, and perhaps I get a little carried away with play acting. However, when you come to the realization that all of this is an illusion, and that we are living within a program of types where we are daily the recipients of a programming from programmers, not necessarily the divine grid programmer of the original creator of all that is, but these lower level archons of destiny, these programmers, insidious in nature, but actually a type of energy harvesting mechanism. And in this world of duality, and to make it worth our while to evolve, perhaps it is necessary, although to the extent that has been hijacked and the game rigged, I believe that's what is now being addressed by the creator of all that is, by the angelic ETs, by the host of the cosmic throne, the realms of heaven, coming to redress karmic wrongs of the controllers who have been able to sort of sidestep with much illusion and purposeful obfuscation on their parts. But as consciousness rises, as the people, as the risen people come online, as those whose consciousness is aware, we're seeing this fall away, this programming, this 3D matrix. It's being seen through for the illusion that it is. And quite frankly, the term metahuman and the powers and the 5D and the new earth and all that, the spiritual gifts, the cities as the Hindus call it, the powers are very real. And we're seeing that as the sunlight, as these light codes come into this realm, it is changing everything. And in fact, there have been studies where the quality of the light, the frequency of the light that is coming from our sun, they have isolated that, and they have reproduced in a laboratory setting, exposing people to the same frequencies of this inundation of light that we're receiving, and they begin to exhibit what are considered paranormal powers, things like telekinesis, of course, telepathy, but basically the very real observation and evidence that the mind does affect reality. The mind does create reality, and it is even becoming more of a reality as we go further into this age of Aquarius, as the galactic alignments all the suns of all the systems become aligned with the original divine sun. And so you see, dear esteemed viewer, that all is an illusion. All is mind. There is no substance to our universe in the way that we understand it. All matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration, and that we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There is no such thing as death, and life is only a dream, and we are the imagination of ourselves. So let us endeavor to imagine divinely, to imagine greatly, to imagine ambitiously. And if I've come off as a LARPer, as a live that I'm playing at being some kind of priest or magi or something, then so be it. In this world that is seeking to program me, to define me, I define myself as a disciple of the light. And therein is my definition of how I travel through this realm of mind, of all that is mind. I imagine myself as a disciple of the light. And a disciple must possess qualities and the internal and external obstacles that must be overcome are all part of this path, this learning program, if you will, in this holographic matrix. In general terms, can be condensed to the following guidelines. A disciple of the light must possess spiritual gold. You must have some sort of internal gnosis, internal content. A disciple of the light must be free from prejudices or be capable of overcoming them, being able to realize the waters in which you swim. If you are polluting your own waters, if you're dirtying your end of the pool, as has been eloquently observed, that pissing in your portion of the pool, then that is on you. Those of Aquarius who are seeking clean waters, who are seeking still waters, deep waters, who are looking to deep dive, must be free of the entrapments of the mind and the ego in particular. We must have consciousness as a disciple of the light. We must be aware of our ego's own insignificance. And truly, that is what Don Juan and Carlos Castaneda and the Toltec sorcerers have identified in the worlds of knowledge and paths to power, is learning to lessen your own self-importance, because that is truly what causes people a lot of angst, is their ego, their own ego. And really, when you understand the ego as an illusion and that your mind is part of the universal mind, and all of the ideas that come to inspire you, all of the angelic light illuminated ideas are from universal mind. And so you learn to realize that you're not really doing anything special. The only thing special that you have learned is to lessen your own ego and realize the insignificance of your ego. We must, as a disciple of the light, we must ardently yearn for initiation, the complete process, as the most important thing in life. Isn't that right, Bella Leona? To practice loyalty as a dog, as a wolf of the light, dedication, constancy, and faithfulness toward the school, towards your school of learning, whether it be the Umbanda New Earth Ashram or your own play-acting, live-action role-playing entity. Take it seriously. I do. It is how I define myself. A disciple of the light must possess a flexible and agile intelligence. Right, buddy? Come here, buddy. Come here. Buddy's very agile. He's kind of a runner. To harmonize oneself with the fundamental keynote of your mission objective, so to speak. To willingly comply as a disciple of light with the instructions that you receive from the universal mind. Your higher self, your quantum higher self. When you open your heart and you open that conduit up, there is the voice of the ego, which tends to lessen over time as the voice of your higher self becomes more predominant. And you must be willing to comply with the instructions received as a disciple of light to continue to grow and evolve and move along the path. To be free from mental disturbances of a certain nature. Your ego chatter, the monkey chatter. But really this path is the most masterly science of the universe, the path of the disciple of the light, Hermeticism, which came to the planet Earth in the times of Lemuria. According to tradition, Hermeticism was brought by extraterrestrial masters, who by this transcendental act tried to give the humans of that certain evolution, at that evolutionary plateau at that time, the possibility of higher evolution, which until the time had been denied to them, and to some extent is still trying to be denied to all of us. We do not know the deepest motives of these visitors, the shining ones. We only know that they came to this place and they stayed for a long time. The angelic ETs. But this is all part of this program has been identified and set up in a certain way to emphasize duality and for us to work through our own particular soul path. But it is possible, though, for us humans, Terrans, as I call them, the type of vibrational quality of humans in the third dimension, under certain circumstances, we can rise. And as a disciple of the light, that is what this science is all about. And if I'm live action role playing, then so be it. Namaste. Namaskaram.